just before I get into the topic, Michel was talking about his experience with Gmail and how it promised you with new answers. Just last week, I was getting a proposal for a contract, and one of the suggested answers was accepted. So with a click, I might just have accepted a contract I didn't even read, with possible consequences for a few years down the road. Is that serious? That sounds pretty serious. Did I click it? No. All right. So, yeah, what if you could innovate like a startup? We'll get down to it. The introduction today, I think, did a very, very clear point and convincing case that technology is evolving exponentially. You're starting to be, or you are, exponential takers. Good. This means that the cost performance of key technologies is improving yearly. This means that, or the cost is being divided by 2 every year or a couple of years, or the performance is increasing every couple of years, or both. It's impressive. And it's such a whole different range of technology with a whole different range of businesses. And what this means is, very directly, is if you want to launch a startup, an idea, basically your barrier is low. You have no technological barriers. It costs zero to get on Amazon with a flexible service. If you don't have user, you don't pay anything. And you get it out in the world. Now, when you used to get things out in the world in the past, it took decades. Like we were talking about cars, electricity, key technology for whole society to be built upon. It took about 8 decades to reach 80–90% penetration. Then it got faster. When you got to TV, so entertainment, okay, color TVs, microwaves, so a couple of decades, 2–3 decades. But now we're at hyperspeed phase. Things take less than a decade to reach full deployment. Show of hands, how many of you use WhatsApp? Really? There's somebody who does not use WhatsApp? Okay. WhatsApp is 9 years old. And I'm guessing that you've been using it for at least 2, 3, maybe 4 years. Okay, 4 years. That means in 5 years it got around the world. Today it touches like 2.3 billion people. Everybody's communicating with WhatsApp. It's a technology. It's on your phone. And it just grabs into the whole network that you have. People around you are communicating with it, so you have to communicate. This is called a network effect. This is why the adoption is not fast, it's hyper fast. And it's accelerating, right? The rate itself is being quicker. Now, this is happening with a bunch of different technologies, which is affecting every industry. So AI, robotics, biotech, manufacturing, you'll be hearing it a lot these 2 weeks. Get inspired. See what impact and what the recent evolution is having on these industries, these techs, and then your work. But there's a problem, which is, this is all good, full of opportunity. But what if you're on the flip side of this? What if your industry, your company, is not following an exponential trend? So you're missing out on a whole bunch of opportunities. And it might look something like this. And this is not fun. When everybody around you is getting on board some of that tech, and it's reaching new markets, new clients, and it's growing, and you're not, or actually, you are. But you're doing it 10% a year, which is great. Actually, no. It has been great for now. 10% a year. How many companies do that? How many big companies do that? I mean, it's not easy to do. But that's too slow. And so, let's look at a bank. Well-established business. Wells Fargo, one of the biggest ones in the US. Over 100 years old. And it has its customers. It knows what the business is. The value proposition is super clear. Just go on their website. And yet, comes a pesky startup, Square, which offers payment services. Okay, that's not too bad, right? You have a few startups that are working a little bit in areas that are not core. That's not a problem. Then comes Robinhood, a French startup, which basically does the financial advisory, robot advisory, and investment. Okay, all right, it's not core, but it's part of our business. We're not worried. They're small. They're a startup. They're in France. Then comes Lending Club. Okay, Lending Club. That touches our core. That's lending. That's how banks create money. We're just too small, right? So we have 3 startups coming and eating pieces of our business. The problem is not these 3, it's these 10. The problem is not these 10, it's these 30. And they're coming from all over the world with new tech, with exponential tech, knowing better their customers, doing a better job than you are, if you're Wells Fargo, at specific things. So they're not like your full competitor. You're not competing against individually any one of these, but you're competing against all of them. How do you do that? It's a good question. And this is true in finance, in healthcare, in retail, in shipping, you name it. You're being disrupted. You name it. You have startups going after pieces of your business model. None of them are seriously preoccupied, but the sum of them are. The sum of it is. So if you ask big companies what the biggest challenge is, the first thing is, right, they have to get innovation onto the market, but they're too slow. Right? We're talking about the pace of change. The pace of change is accelerating. How do you manage this? Too slow. Second reason, the culture is risk averse. Yeah, nobody really got promoted by making mistakes. So why should I take a risk that will fail, possibly? That was a great idea, but I'm not going to go forward in my career. I have to think about myself as well. Company, organization, mission, sure, me. So if my company has recognizably a slow process for innovation and the risk-averse culture, what do? I hire new people. No, you don't hire new people because we're at the 12-year high in shortage of talent. When asked larger corporations how easy or hard it is to hire new talent, 60%, not 45, but 60% of them say they cannot get the people they want. It's hard. Why? Well, they're working in startups, sexy, and you have the gig economy. So there are a bunch of reasons why you as a big company established who has been successful till now are not able to hire, are not able to innovate, have risk-averse culture, and you have a serious case of FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. So much is going on. You come to Singularity, you see different technologies, different things, different happenings that will take you where you don't know, but you start asking this question. Where should we do? Where should we invest? How should we do this? FOMO. It's out there. So now what? You're a big company, you have a lot at risk. You have a lot of people working for you, you have a lot of clients, you have a lot of assets, you have a lot of stakeholders, investors. Now what? It's a legitimate question. Well, the way I like to look at it is whitewater rafting. So who has experienced whitewater rafting? Okay, about, let's say 20%. So you'll have this experience, I'm guessing. It's a beautiful day out, it's sunny, the water's kind of chilly, it's a good sign because it's coming from the mountains. You put these plastic-ish suits on, it's tight, it's not really made for you. And you're like excited, get on the raft, let's go, woo! You start paddling, and at the beginning you go around in circles, and it's not very fast, right? When you start, typically these points it's faster, but it's not very fast at the beginning. And then it starts getting exciting, right? And you paddle, and you go up, and people have their own rules. Oh, paddle more to the left, to the right, and everybody's contributing, and it's fun, fun, fun all the way. Until there's this one guy who gets scared. And he's afraid. What is he afraid of? Control. He's lost control of the raft, or at least he feels he lost control of the raft. And he just wants to slow things down just a little bit. Just that little bit to think over things, get the team on board, point them to the right direction, and then we can all row. Right? You know this guy? Are you this person? It's okay. It's not good. It's scary. Whitewater rafting is not for the faint of heart. The problem is, if you're familiar with hydrodynamics or sailing, is that you need relative speed to the water to have control of your boat or of your raft. If you don't, the water controls you. You have no say in the direction that the raft is taking. So when he puts the paddle down, he puts everyone in danger. And everybody wipes out. Now these are all perfectly human, normal reactions, and so is a wipeout. And it's okay, it's okay to fail. But if you're a big business, is this okay? Is this acceptable? Well, again, now what? Well, fortunately we have sorry, let me get out of the way. Your friendly instructor, white rider rafting instructor. And he says one thing, which is, you have to be an active participant of your own rescue. Okay, this is good. This is a message of hope. This means that actions that you do as a company will help you get out of trouble. You've seen with the raft is you have to have relative velocity to the water, right? To have some control. He also says that you should learn from the disruptors, from those who are doing it well. And who are the disruptors? Startups. Yes, they are. Startups are, yes, eating parts of your business, doing it very well, and they can be seen as an attack, which they can be, but they can also be your partners. They can also be the focus of your learning and of your new practices. And secretly, I believe that startups love corporates and corporates love startups. They just haven't figured out how to work together. And I think I'll use Michel's amazing metaphor that I believe that the future organization is going to be a centaur. Not of tech engineering, but of startups and companies. Where the future of a big company will be a brand that is occupied with a given job or a given problem. And that space will be solved by things that are produced by the big company, but also by startups. Together, under the umbrella and the curation of the brand. This is what I believe. So this is why I do the work that I do, which is putting startups together with big companies, making them work together in the right way. And so yeah, I start seeing this. There are first signals that this happens. Now we're talking a lot about startups and as disruptors and big companies. Okay, what is the difference between a startup and an SME? So I didn't say big company because I didn't say size. To be correct, SME, the size is not it. We're a small audience, so feed me.
They're not disruptive as startups.
Big or SMEs are not as disruptive as
startups.
okay. Disruption factor. What else?
You have the structure, heavier.
Heavier, structure, slow moving. Okay.
Startups want to learn.
Startups want to learn. Bingo.
Take risk more.
Risk factor?
Sorry?
Risk factor?
Startups are more able to take risks or risk mentality.
Yeah.
Global market, as in the ambition of the startup, is typically great. Okay. There was an answer.
SME has to defend its market.
The SME has to, yes, okay, good. A different perspective, the fear, the defensive. Not what is possible, but what will I have to keep? What am I going to lose if I don't keep this? Excellent. You guys have good, well-informed answers. So if you look at corporates, companies, SMEs, the space they operate in is a known space. The problem is known, the customers are known, the tech is known, and they optimize. What they have to do, and they do very, very well, it's not a simple thing to do, is they have to be efficient. Do more with less. More with less people, less resources, less time. And it's a never-ending struggle to do this, right? And they want to maximize. If you look at startups, they operate in a space they don't know yet. They're defining their own market, they're defining their own product, they're trying to see how it's going to work. They're absolutely inefficient at the beginning. Right? If you see a startup that says they're super efficient at making money, beware. Why? Because it's called premature optimization, and you're basically trying to fine-tune something that is not well defined yet. They're discovering, they're learning. And so they have to operate in very different ways. So if you did an MBA, MBAs, will be aware, okay, very useful to operate existing businesses. Very useful. And it's hard to do. But not as useful for startups, to create new business. So you have to learn and you have to find. Right? You have to explore. Efficiency and learning. Two very different mindsets. And the question, what happens when you put people that are experts at fine-tuning the business, trying to create new business? It doesn't work. Experts are useless.
Yeah.
I consider myself an expert in innovation. I'm probably useless at innovation. I'm sorry. But so is there a way to get to where I believe the future will be, which is this hybrid between startups and big companies? Well, yes, I think so. We've seen it happen, and I have 9 insights to share with you. The first one, if you're a big company, is build a sandbox. Now, a sandbox is a metaphorical box with sand where children play, don't get hurt, have toys, meet, sometimes play with students that or kids that they didn't know before, and leave. No harm, a lot of imagination. Okay. You translate this to the corporate world, it's a set of rules, practices, mindset, and a set of technologies. Technology meaning all the data that you have, or part of the data that you have, clients that you have that are willing to test your new solutions, have access promptly or pre-designed ready. The mindset is, whatever you do in the sandbox, it's okay. Does it have to do with the core business? No, it's okay. Does it make any sense? No, it's okay. So build a sandbox, be it tech or mindset. Second learning is, don't attack the core, right? These efficiency machines are very well defended because they have to be, right? Because what you lose if it doesn't work well is, in fact, the money that you're generating to create your future business. So you don't want to put this at risk. And people there are very well intended, but they will not let you disrupt directly and cannibalize their business. It's okay. There's plenty of new things around. And like David Roberts clearly demonstrated at the beginning is, the disruption will not be in the same business that you are in today. So it's fine. Innovate around the core. Don't be a threat to the core. Respect the core. You need them, so include them in your innovation process. Good. Very well developed immune system, just don't kill it. Third is, in-house, especially in big companies, you have a lot of entrepreneurial blood. People who, even though they're doing the execution bit, are actually good at creating new businesses. Let them go free. Believe in them. It will be better for them, for you, and for the business. And we have a cool case. We were doing an acceleration project with Deloitte and insurance companies, and we're putting startups together, through the program. And one of the applications was from someone in Deloitte. What happened? Oh my God! Is everybody in Deloitte going to start their own company? What are we going to do? Is it going to be a talent, going away and just not sexy anymore? No. In fact, what happened is they went through the process, developed their own solution, and in the end of it, went to market. And now Deloitte is using this solution to present to their customers. So you have this virtuous cycle where if you let your entrepreneurs go free, support them, they will be here to help you with new business and new opportunities. So this is it. Data Excel. Check it out online. It's a bit of a technical solution for insurance pricing rules. Fourth, fear again. Lose the fear of trying stuff out with your clients. If you have open communication, you're honest about trying new features with existing clients, they will love you for it. Because they're special. Their opinion is so special, they're part of the 100 people that will know beforehand what you're going to do in the future. Just try stuff out. Most of it won't work. Fine. Learn from it. That's what startups do. They don't know where they're going, really. They have a big vision, but how exactly they're going to make it operational, they don't know. So they try stuff out. Okay, consumers, sometimes they have to fire consumers. Yeah, true story. And eventually they find their way. So do the same. Have confidence that what you're proposing is interesting, creates value, and if it doesn't, hey, we tried it. Right? We're on the right track. So lose the fear of testing new things along clients. Fifth, create narratives, stories. Once you have positive cases of startups and corporates working together in a company, everybody will look at it as an example of what's possible. So we have hundreds of cases where all of a sudden the startup comes up with a key tech, and the project to market takes 6 months and not 2.5 years. And it becomes the new standard of the time that is needed to get something to market. It's a 6 months, not 2.5 years. Why? Are startups smarter than we are? Are the people there more engaged? No, not necessarily. There's no good reason. So why do we do it? Oh, we're big, the process is good. Get over it, do it. We have a new narrative, new possible. 6, communicate internally. Involve people. People love to be part of something that is changing, that is evolving. Make them part of it. Film it. Publicize it. Communicate. Just go all out. And involve top management. Innovation is not something that is done in in the mid-tier because it's strategic. So if you do not have the investment, the attention of top management, it will not go forward. So have their cover and involve them from the beginning. And it's an easy thing to do, actually, because they get super enthusiastic about future business. Just get them involved, lose a few stock, up the scale, and show it. Now, all of these 7 points have been about people. People are the real agents of change. Sure, tech is there, and the new business models revolve around tech opportunity. But people have to adopt them. People have to integrate them into the new business, and people have to use them. So people is the core of transformation. You are. Okay? And we live at a time unlike any other in terms of knowing what to do. Right? Like, if you want to develop a new product that you have no idea might exist, and you use design thinking. If you already have an idea of a product and decide where to go, you use Lean Startup. And if you already have, what to do, you want to do it well, use Agile. Just setting with 3. It's out there. The formula book is written. Good. Another piece of good news. And finally, this is also something stemming from startups, is decision by experiment. At boardrooms and senior level, we have a bunch of great ideas that we have a hard time putting into production, but some of them moves to production. But we don't have a lot of data on it. And when we move something from production, it typically takes 2 to 3 years until it's on the market. When it's on the market, boom, everything has changed. Because everything changes in 2 or 3 years. And what we have is an outdated product that we didn't learn from in the process. Because we decided, not through experiment, but through, I've been doing this for 10 years and this is going to work. We did a focus group of 10 people and they clearly told us this is the future. Really? Do you think this is the way startups do it? No, they test massively, continuously, get boatloads of information and define and just find a way to go like that. So, wrapping up and going towards the wrap thing, is leadership is, of course, important. You need direction. You need a sense of coordination, hyper-coordination. and it just works. If you have the right people with the right mindset, working in a hybrid way. And another thing that also helps, which is John Hagel, I think, has developed a very, very good model of this, which is the zoom in, zoom out. Is startups typically have a clear vision of where they want to be, their problem space, right? But it's 5, 10, 15 years out. And then they focus on today, the next 6 months. You don't have 5-year plans for startups. You have a 6-month plan that probably will change. Good, because you're learning the environment. And if you think of whitewater rafting, you want to get from here to there, and then you see what happens because you'll have a better view of what's around the corner. Thus, short view and long view, no middle view. Middle view is just Excel flat. So, yeah, you do have to go all the way because times are changing, and it's a bet that you have to put in 100% and give it all up. Now remember, the only slow day was yesterday. Okay?
So pretty much the same thing we did before. We're going to fire the first shot. Okay. So because I know a little bit of the things that you do, it's still fair to say that we are pretty much on this corporate start relationship. We're still in the, let's say, early adopters, right? Not many of them are going forward with these kinds of plans, or we're starting to see the first ones actually take the steps, right? So I want you to imagine that we go to a meeting, right? And we're one of these corporates, and I want you to share with us what's this one thing that always comes up. And you already know, like, it's going to come up, they're going to ask you this question. This always comes up in these kind of meetings when we're discussing this kind of open innovation programs. And why do you think this always comes up?
So I think 2 things always come up. One is, how much revenue am I going to get the next year by working with startups? I don't know. It really depends, because it depends on what kind of startups and what tech to attract. How you were able to integrate, how you're able to package it forward. So it can be from nothing to absolutely mind-boggling and new business coming out. So they always ask that because procurement and decision making is really, all right, we're investing 100 here, and it better give 250 in 3 years. It might. We don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows. So that always comes up, and the way you overcome it is look at experience. The experience we've had is 250, 300, 500, but you can't guarantee. So there is a bit of betting on the process. And yeah, okay, that's okay.
Right. So who wants to fire shot number 2? Who has questions for Manuel? Okay. Anyone? Yes. So I'm not being able to reach it. Here you go. That was actually pretty good.
Hi, Alex here. A quick question. Why should we invest in build when we can buy? I mean, in build when we can just buy. You know, you talked about WhatsApp. WhatsApp was bought by Facebook, right? So why not just hold on to the cash, wait a bit, and then invest, buy Square, buy Cabbage, buy some of those startups?
So why not buy and invest? Well, if you get to buy phase, you're already late and it's already expensive. If you work with startups in the early phase, you're exploring these technologies alongside them. So you're learning in the process. And in that, you can just learn much more than just what the startup is offering. You can learn new tech, new market, new approach, new business model. So yeah, you can let them grow. Then you buy it, overly expensive, and you're making one bet instead of 50. So I think it's more interesting in terms of financially, and also in terms of learning, becoming a learning organization, to experiment early with 50 different startups.
Any more questions? Yeah, we have a question up there, one up there. Do you mind throwing the thing to that gentleman over there? Yeah.
Do you think Facebook is still a startup?
Okay. Well, in my definition of startup or grown-up, I think is whether you're in the execution phase or in the learning phase. If Facebook, even Google, I mean, you can ask about all of them, still has practices and the mentality of trying new things out and experimenting and having a sandbox and so on, then it works like a startup. If not, if it's already established as this is my model, this is my business, this is how we do it, these are the procedures to make it the best possible, most efficient, then it's not a startup anymore.
All right, and final question, you're going to have to throw yours right away. So maybe if people can help. I think there's a lot more fun than we just... Yes, right over there. Yeah, Jen. Yes.
Thank you. Manuel Tânger, I was wondering, when setting up my sandboxes, how would I mix the children playing there? Rather internal entrepreneurs for the beginning, because they're easier and more used to the culture, and then the mix increases with start-up mindset foreigners in the same sandbox. How would you set this up?
Okay. So how would I populate the sandbox? And this is a tricky question because if you have too many people who are unlike your own culture, then they're seen as, they don't work like us. They don't know our rules. It's never going to work because they're so different than we are. If you only populate with internal expert people, even if they're like more towards the exploration and the execution, I think they're not edgy enough. Right? So it has to be a mix, and I would say it's like a gradual mix. If you get internally build a sandbox where internal people can go test experiments, you have these experiments mediated by more edgy types, so startups and entrepreneurs who have this experience, and then gradually fill in with, because the organization learns how to work with startups, gradually fill in with more entrepreneurs, more, this type of mindset. It's a gradual process, but you have to do it really because it's people. And people get, if you're in front of someone who is very different from you, you kind of like react with, you're not me, you're not like me or like us, and you create a very strong barrier. So create it softly, get into areas that are not core, populate it more and more, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is normal.
All right, everyone, that was it. It's a big round of applause.